going for 10 each hand. So for today's workout, I came to the gym about an hour ago and it was super packed, and it's still pretty packed, and so I've kind of been improvising. None of the stuff that I really wanted to do is available, so warmed up with backwards walking for about 20 minutes, then did a bunch of different kinds of lat pull downs just to get blood going into the back, and I don't know, just doing pull downs is a nice way to warm up for me. In any case, I'm thinking about starting off with some arms, but like not necessarily a typical arm workout. I like doing some sort of thing that makes my heart rate go high, something like swings, kettlebell flips, or the sled, or something like that. So for the first circuit, I'm doing kettlebell flips, 5 each hand, then kettlebell curl to shoulder press, 5 each side, and then cannonball grip tricep presses or tricep extensions with another kettlebell. All of that looks like this. So if anyone's trying to replicate that and doesn't want to flip it, just do swings. And now moving into curl to presses, getting the biceps and the shoulders. Switching sides after 5. It's good to do bicep movements that aren't just isolation curls, but by, I guess, like if you're doing pull-ups, the biceps are involved. If you're doing a curl to press, biceps and shoulders are involved. So yeah, just exercises like that where the biceps are used in combination with another muscle group and not just on its own. And this is Cannonball tricep presses. Pretty much hold it like you were throwing a ball and extend at the elbow. Going for 10 each hand. Supersetting bis and tris really give a good pump in the arms, and a good arm pump is always a great feeling. Also, this movement's really cool for the triceps. I'm able to feel it really good. If you haven't tried it out, give it a shot. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for a bit. I've already done like 6 sets, but I can't really think of anything else to do, so probably gonna do another 4, I guess. After that, on to something else. So I thought I was gonna stick with arms, I guess, but I don't know. I'm just in the mood to play around today. So I've been kind of hesitant on doing like kettlebell juggling stuff with the 62-pound kettlebell, mostly because my finger isn't fully healed yet, so I jammed it a couple days ago, or last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't know. It's been jammed for a decent amount of time to where I don't remember when I did it. In any case, I haven't been flipping the heavy kettlebell with one hand at least since it happened, because I was a little, letting it heal and stuff. In any case, the front flips from the previous circuit felt good, so I decided to do some figure eights, and I'm going to superset that with this kettlebell shoulder rotation thing. I do it for mobility, but today I'm also trying to push the weight a little. But yeah, all of that looks like this. So with the shoulder rotations, the kettlebell has to start in that position that I was trying to get it in, and then I'm going to let it fall and let my hip and leg rotation guide the kettlebell rather than actively use my shoulders. Looks like this. Going for 10 each side. So, as I'm rotating, the momentum kind of guides the kettlebell into place, and then your shoulders have to be stable in order to facilitate the movement. So definitely use light weights to start off. This is a 20-pound that I just used. I usually do it with like 8 pounds or lesser sometimes. But in any case, I think it's a good shoulder rotation exercise. Kind of feels similar to a steel mace exercise, where there's that movement where, like 360s, where when the weight's behind you, the serratus kind of gets stretched out, then you kind of have to bring it in. So that's kind of the similar thing where you're using the momentum, and as it comes here, you do a little bit of a jerk to make it go full circle. In any case, I'm gonna do this for like 5 sets and then on to something else. So for the next bit of things, so pretty much again not in the mood to do any sort of typical lifting stuff, so decided to free flow with the heavy kettlebell for a bit. Since I don't really get to use the heavy kettlebell all too much outside of the gym, might as well put it to use and free flow a little while here. So gonna do this on and off for probably the next 30 minutes and burn a bunch of calories, but I'll record a couple of sets of it. Here's one of those. I'm not good at any of like the helicopters or obliques, and stuff like that with the heavy kettlebell. Mostly because every time I drop it here, it creates a mark on the floor, so I can't really drill it, and I'm scared of like dropping it within flow, I guess. And so, in any case, at some point I'll invest in a heavy kettlebell at home, and then I should be able to land more of these more confidently. In any case, let's keep recording. So with this, the weight kind of becomes in like, so where with the 25-pound kettlebell, the weight doesn't become an issue till maybe like a long time. With this, it kind of like a couple of movements in, especially since I've been using it within the workout quite a bit, it ends up becoming a lot more, or getting me a lot more exhausted a lot faster. And so it's hard to like keep up the flipping and the stability and stuff required. But the thing is, doing this kind of contributes to just overall explosiveness. But when I go back to the 25-pound kettlebell and do this, like flipping it and throwing it around, becomes just so much more easy, or so much easier. In any case, let me record a little bit more. That was brutal. We're gonna do this on and off for a bit, and then probably some abs. So I'll record abs after this. So for abs, starting off with, I guess, bicycles on the pull-up bar, looks like this. Doing 5 each leg, so just holding the position requires a lot of core activation, and then just kicking it out alternatively just recruits pretty much every muscle in the abs that I can feel. So yeah, gonna do this for 2-3 sets. You know what, I'm just gonna record one straight set of all the exercises that I'm gonna do, and then not bother cut and retaking. So the other exercise that I'm planning on doing is windshield wipers. It's more oblique targeted, though similar to the previous movement. It'll target pretty much all your abs, but more so the obliques. Looks like this. So that targets the obliques. I'm gonna do one more ab movement, but it doesn't have to do anything with the pull-up bar, so I'll come to that after this. Not getting too creative with the final ab exercise. It's just regular sit-ups. I'm gonna do 10, or not necessarily 10, just kind of go to exhaustion. Gonna hit the sauna after this. Probably going to take a kettlebell in there with me and do some tib raises, some abs. So with abs, I usually like to have the kettlebell around my feet and then kind of do knees to chest while sitting down. And then just cycle through random exercises or stretches for like 15 to 20 minutes in the sauna. It ends up burning a decent amount of calories and kind of takes the mind off the heat a little bit, but doesn't necessarily make it any more bearable because the exercise just makes it harder, but it gives you something else to focus on, and it ends up making, I don't know, me last a bit longer in the sauna, however weird that might seem. In any case, gonna do sit-ups for a bit and then do that. I think I might do some posing after. Yeah, let's do some posing after. So I rewatched my heavy kettlebell. So I rewatched my heavy kettlebell juggling video that I recorded from like the previous set, and I noticed that, well, I wasn't very pleased with it. I thought I could do better. So before I head into the sauna, I'm gonna try and get one good set on video. All right, let's hope for the best. I think that was a little bit more action-packed. All right, time to head to the sauna. So today was kind of, I guess, a random day. Didn't really come in with too much of a plan or anything that I really wanted to do. The past couple of days I did get quite a bit of legs in, quite a bit of heavy lifting in, uh, and pretty much targeted almost every body part. So, didn't really feel like having to do anything in particular for today's workout. But in any case, playing around with the heavy kettlebell was fun and probably translates to, I mean, uh, better power while I'm doing, or better strength while I'm doing the other 25-pound kettlebell. But also in general, just all this kettlebell juggling stuff. It I feel much more fluid and kind of like powerful, and as I'm fluid, so there's that. But in any case, it's fun. and that's the main reason I'm doing it. Traditional lifting kind of gets boring for me, and that's not the case for everybody, but it is the case for me, and so I find a way to keep things entertaining by doing kettlebell juggling, practicing new tricks, trying to get better at it. Yeah, in any case, here's a little physique update. Let's see. So, looking pretty good, I would say. There's something about doing kettlebell juggling, or not kettlebell juggling, like when I'm outdoors, I feel like the camera makes me look a lot, I guess, fatter than at least this lighting. This lighting makes me look almost too shredded, and then the other one, or in sunlight when I record my videos, it almost makes me look, I don't know, a little too heavy. But in any case, pretty happy with the shape. Still quite a bit ways to go. What I've noticed is ever since doing like a lot of steel mace 360s, I think my serratus has gotten a lot more developed and kind of like giving this wider look. If that makes sense. Alright, let's take a look at some legs too. I don't know. The legs could get more ripped. They're big, but I want them to be more defined. But yeah, that's a little physique update. Still want to get much leaner by June, July, August even. But yeah, let's do a back pose too. Let's do it the other way as well. Side. Okay. In any case, that's it for today's video. See you all tomorrow.